Welcome to the Skip and Shannon Undisputed podcast. I'm Joy Taylor. You can catch us Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 Pacific on FS1. Here's what this podcast is all about. It's an unscripted, unfiltered, undisputed version of the day's show, and there is a lot to get into in today's podcast. In wake of tonight's matchup, Shannon issues a challenge to Cowboys tight end Jason Witten in a 40-yard dash. Skip suggests Floyd is in real trouble now that Conor McGregor has a boxing license. Skip and Shannon both suggest Russell Westbrook is doing things they have never seen before in the league. Plus, Ray Lewis drops by to give an in-studio demonstration of how middle linebackers should protect themselves. Finally, FS1 NBA analyst Chris Broussard is here to say why the Cavs and Clippers will both be ready for tonight, but the debate quickly goes to LeBron. Let's debate. UFC lightweight champ Conor McGregor was issued a boxing license in the state of California Wednesday. This seems like a step towards a possible McGregor-Floyd Mayweather fight, but not according to Mayweather Promotions CEO Leonard Ellerbe. Ellerbe said he got a boxing license. Congratulations to him. Conor McGregor can say anything he wants to, but he has a boss, and his name is Dana White. He is under contract to the UFC, and if he wanted to fight Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match, he can't because his bosses wouldn't allow that to happen. They would never let him step into a boxing ring with Floyd Mayweather because everyone knows what the outcome would be. He would get his bleep beat from pillar to post. Floyd and I have nothing against the UFC or any of their fighters, but Floyd is in the Bahamas enjoying life. He's not thinking about Conor McGregor or anyone else. Dana White declined to comment on the subject. Skip.
You better put up your dukes over there.
CDs?
Yeah, I'm seeing them.
CDs?
Yeah.
Okay, you know.
What does all this mean?
You know.
You know what? Floyd didn't see these because, boom, Floyd just got caught with a left hook right in the inflated ego from Conor McGregor that he did not see coming. Boom! Floyd went down. He staggered back to his feet, standing 8 count. And this left his spokesman, his advisor, Leonard Ellerbe, stammering and sputtering and excuse-making in full damage control mode. You ever heard such quotes as these from Leonard? Why even respond unless you are scared to death?
That's what we do. We respond.
That's what we do. Oh, now you're on the money team? Are you part of the money team
We
now?
respond to everything.
Yeah. Oh, God. So the fact remains that Conor McGregor just got his boxing license so that he could call Floyd's bluff. Conor McGregor just put it out there for everyone to see. I'm ready to box you, not MMA you, not UFC you. I'm ready to box you. And it's in California, but whatever state Floyd would choose or whatever around the world, just wherever. He's just saying, I am ready, Floyd, are you? And obviously, it's full damage control because now we got Leonard Ellerbe saying, well, he has a boss and his boss would never allow this to happen. He does.
He works for someone.
You know what? The biggest boss in the world right now, the baddest man on the planet is this man. Technically, yes, Conor has a boss named Dana White.
Okay, then.
But I spoke to Dana White right here in the confines of Fox about, I forget when it was, 6 weeks ago. Did a sit down with Dana and ask him maybe for the second time about this. I thought Dana sounded very open to it. He said never say never. He was very intrigued with the possibility of boxing, Conor versus Floyd boxing. And I got the feeling from Dana, I didn't ask him directly this question, but I got the feeling he would bless this fight. He would allow this boxing match to happen. Why wouldn't he?
Are you going to tell the listening and viewing audience at home what he said, the decided advantage that Mayweather would have in his craft?
Okay.
Well, go ahead and tell that.
That's fine. Dana's honest. To a fault. That's what he thought. But he also said, I'd be very intrigued to watch it. And Dana also said, sitting at our table in New York City before we saw Conor fight that Saturday night, he said that he has never seen anything like Conor McGregor. Never seen anything like him as a competitor, as someone you don't bet against, as someone who you think he's a showman. And I said, no, I think this is exactly who he was. And Dana came right in after we went back and forth about it and said, this is exactly who Conor McGregor is. He is 1,000% authentic, and he 1,000% wants to box Floyd may or may not weather, because that's what he's going to turn back into now. Floyd's going to go into full run mode. You watch. Floyd knows he would be a fool to box this man. This man can box. He's a lefty with a right. And that's a bad combination for Floyd may or may not weather. Run, Floyd, run. Buck, 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 buck. Here we go. Full chicken mode. You know it is. He'd be a fool to box this man. As Floyd turns 40 years of age and Conor McGregor is 28 years of age, in his prime, full of bravado and confidence. And again, in that, what was the line about pillar to post? He
Kick that.
his whatever.
Kick that.
Yeah.
To get his blue
what?
kicked from pillar to post.
Yeah, Leonard Ellerby is saying everyone knows. I don't know that. And I can tell you that millions of Conor fans around the globe, and there are many more Conor fans than there are Floyd fans in this world, outside this country and in this country.
He don't need but one fan.
Okay.
Me.
Okay.
Me
well,
on
that's
the
fine.
money
All right.
team is good enough for
Okay.
him.
Well, I don't. Just me, little old me over here. I don't know that he would get his you-know-what kick from pillar to post, Leonard Ellerby. I do know that Floyd is going to be scared of this matchup because it's a bad matchup for Floyd. What would Floyd stand to gain from it?
Nothing.
Nothing. But he would get his you-know-what hit repeatedly. He would bleed in this fight. He would get cut in this fight. And he would have to kill Conor McGregor to whip him. And I just don't think at age 40 that he could knock out me. So the ball is now squarely back in Floyd may or may not weather's court. Good luck to you now.
Slow clap.
Congratulations, Conor. You got a boxing license in
You
California.
sound like Leonard Ellerby.
When was the last time Floyd Mayweather fought in California?
It doesn't matter.
When was the last time he fought outside of Vegas?
He just needed a boxing license. That's all we need here. He'll get it.
So because I got a driver's license, I guess I should do NASCAR. Is that what you're telling me? Why not? Yeah, exactly. Stay in your lane,
What
Skip.
does that have?
Skip, this is
He's
not
in
about
his lane.
Skip, this is not about
He just swerved right over into Floyd's lane and said, I am here.
Get hit by
Take me on.
Get hit by that 18-wheeler if you want to in that Yugo.
Yeah.
You already know what's going to happen. Skip, this is a power play. This is all about Conor McGregor trying to tell Dana White, look, I want a piece of the pie. You keep talking about Ronda Rousey and she's the #1 draw. No, she's not. She hadn't fought in longer than I have. So guess what? I'm the only guy that can say this. I've held 2 weight class belts simultaneously. Now, you took one of them away from me because, for whatever reason that may be, you took one, but everybody knows I got 2 belts. So he's trying to tell Dana, look, come to the table. I want a piece of the action. And if you're not going to give me a percentage of, I want a Floyd Mayweather like he got from Showtime, where he had like a 6-fight that could generate $250 million. Now, he's not going to get that kind, but I think Conor McGregor can go to Dana White and say, you know what? I want a 4 to 5 fight deal. I want $100 million with a chance to make maybe 125, 150. Maybe something like that on the table, Skip. Dana White might be open to. But you and I both know, I'm like Leonard Ellerby. My grandma used to say, boy, your mouth will say anything. Conor McGregor and Skip Bayless and Joy Taylor, they faithful sidekick over here, keying. Oh, Conor get him. Conor get him. Conor gonna get just what Patty gave the drum, a pounding. He get in the ring, look.
Who?
Patty gave the drum. What did Patty do to the drum? Boom, 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 boom. And that's what Floyd Mayweather would do
I
to
don't know who Patty is, but go
Don't
ahead.
worry about it.
Poor table. I don't know how much longer this is going to hold up.
What Floyd Mayweather would do to
Oh,
Conor
you're talking about Patty Mills last night for the Spurs.
But I
Did
ain't
you
talking
see
about
he scored 15 in the fourth quarter? Patty Drummond. I get it. Thank you. Way to go, Patty Mills.
First of all, you and I
Awesome win.
First of all, you and I know Floyd Mayweather, if he were to fight, is not fighting outside of Las Vegas because he had an opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao at Jerry's World with a live gate of 80,000. He chose to stay in Vegas and fight at the MGM with a max capacity of what? 20,000, maybe a little bit over 20,000. He's not leaving Vegas
Because it's his home court? Is that what you're saying?
First, look.
He needs some home court advantage, right?
How many lions you see in Antarctica? They hunt on the Serengeti. They hunt where they're comfortable. Floyd Mayweather is fighting where he's comfortable in Vegas. He rolls out of bed. He rolls out of bed. Maybe in that Bugatti. What I'm gonna drive today? No, I'm gonna do the roll.
Well, he's
today.
got 200 choices.
Yeah,
Like,
in that Bugatti, like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Yeah.
He listened to some tunes. Man, I'm finna put this thing on Conor McGregor. Oh, and I'm gonna do it real good because I know Skip Bayless is gonna be there. And Joy Taylor, she watching on television. I'm gonna give him an uppercut for
Why
Joy.
can't I be there?
No,
Joy, Joy will be there.
Because I don't want you to get upset when Floyd do him in. Because you know you'll start, oh, I can't believe you do that to Conor, Floyd. How could you?
Do what? With what? He's 40 years old.
Put them
He
dum-dums
Wait
on
a second. He hadn't knocked out anybody since 1999. Look it up. Look it
about-
up.
hold up.
1999.
Does Ricky Hatton count? Does Arturo Gotti count?
I'm talking about KOs, not technical, KOs.
Skip, that takes a special kind of man to say, I don't want no more of this fire.
Oh, okay.
Man, but hey, can you imagine, Skip? You know it's something hey, whoo.
Hey, Floyd's a pillow fighter now. You know it and I know it.
I don't know.
Please.
But this is what I know. You keep telling me he doesn't punch, but don't nobody walk through those punches.
Oh, please.
Why can't anyone come through those punches if he can't punch?
Hey, Conor would be walking right through.
Conor ain't gonna.
Yeah, you better believe he would.
See what happens. See, where you're falling in love is that you're looking at a guy that's fighting another guy, but that's not his specialty. Nate Diaz and all these MMA fighters, you need to be great at. You need to be good at a lot of different skill sets.
Yeah.
Floyd is great at one thing: putting a lot of punches upside somebody's head.
Like gnats on the windshield. Did I feel
And
that?
sometimes when
didn't
enough
feel
of them
that.
hit, you got to pull side of the road and scrape them off.
It'd be like
Pull side of the road and scrape 'em
Ali
off.
versus Foreman and Zaire rope-a-dope when he looked at George and said, "Is that all you got?
Hey.
Is that all you got?" That's what Conor be
All
saying.
I
Is
know
that all
is
you
people,
got?
you keep telling me all he does is run. He's in great shape. He's an Olympian. He's a marathon runner.
He is.
People follow him around the ring to get hit in their face like 120 times over a 36-minute fight. Why would you do that, Skip? Why would somebody follow this man around to get that boop?
And you know what? Right now, Floyd should be on the phone to Leonard Ellerby saying, "You crossed the line. You made one big mistake in defending me publicly." He called Conor McGregor a quitter over the first Nate Diaz fight. He didn't quit in that fight. Are you kidding me?
What happened?
He's fighting a man 15 pounds bigger than him with 6 inches of reach on him.
Did you see what Skip just did, Joe?
I
Did
don't
you
think
see
I
what he
did.
just did?
I think I just stated a
When
fact.
he got the brakes beat off him, the man was 15 pounds bigger. But when he won, he beat a man 15 pounds bigger. Now, which is it, Skip?
He got beaten
man
by
beat-
wrestling.
beat
He
him.
got taken to the ground by a wrestler.
No, made him say,
This is boxing.
Mama, I
Are
don't
they going to
want no
wrestle?
more.
Do you want to wrestle? I don't want Conor to wrestle.
Nate Diaz made Conor McGregor say, Mama, I don't want no more.
Yeah.
Uncle.
And then
Made
what
him
happened?
Say, Uncle.
Conor said, "You know what?
So now what you
Next
think-
time I'm going to stand up the whole fight." And he did. He stood on his feet the whole fight. And what did he do? He rocked him. He socked him and he dropped him.
Skip made Conor McGregor do this. That's the ultimate, Skip.
Wrestling.
That's the
Conor
ultimate.
McGregor doesn't want to wrestle.
He made Conor McGregor do this side of the man's leg. And if I was Conor McGregor, if I was Nate Diaz, I'd have squeezed tight. I'd been like a python. You know what a python when you move just a little. And every time he just tapped me out, I'd squeeze a little tighter. He tapped out. That's what I'd have done to him.
Well, he did. He got him. He subdued him wrestling. Fine.
and Floyd-
Conor McGregor is a boxer.
Floyd
He
just
is
go
a
put
boxer.
Floyd just go put these dum-dums on him.
This is the baddest man on the planet.
Dum-dum.
Yeah.
Dum-dum.
Yeah, 40 years old. You know what?
What do you- hold on.
If Floyd were 28, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
I'm telling you, keep saying this about what do you have against 40-year-olds? You made a comment earlier about a 48-year-old Shannon Sharpe.
I
and
did.
Now you're talking about a 40-year-old
Well,
Floyd Mayweather.
49-year-old.
Apologize.
49-year-old Jason Witten, you said, yeah, he is 49 years old. He plays like he's 49.
Now, you need to put
You
some-
need to apologize to Jason Witten.
You need to put some respect on them 40-year-olds.
40-year-old boxers? Are you kidding me? I got no respect.
George Foreman won the heavyweight title.
Oh, please. Can you name any of his opponents at that age?
He knocked out Michael Moore.
Oh, please.
Michael Moore was heavyweight champion of the world. Skip, you need to stop.
That was a
it.
joke. You know it, and I know it.
Did the man knock him out?
He did. This would be a joke in reverse. Conor McGregor would take fight to Floyd Mayweather
Conor
Jr.
McGregor ain't gonna do nothing.
He would.
Go out there and
Look,
fight some little amateurs out there in California. Do a little power play because you don't want to. Because why didn't he go get a boxing license? Well, I forgot. He's upset at Vegas because he was throwing bottles at Nate
That's
Diaz.
correct.
They fined him $300,000.
That's
so
correct.
He's like, I'm gonna bypass Nevada and get me a boxing license in California.
It matters he got a boxing
It don't
license.
matter.
Anywhere, anytime. Floyd can name the venue. Just name it. Conor will show up.
If I'm a big enough name, I can get a permit for a monkey to sell cheese on the corner.
Okay? But you're saying he's trying to call Dana White's bluff. Well, to call it, that means you have to be willing to fight Floyd.
Who signs Floyd Mayweather checks? Floyd Money Mayweather. I saw one on Instagram the other night. He had a check for $125 million. I ain't never seen so many zeros. I didn't know you could put that many zeros behind a number.
Floyd is scared to death of this. You know what? We're wasting our words right now because there is no way Floyd wants any part of this. He's going to run from this.
Did you hear the man say
it's
Floyd
so
is,
funny. Somewhere Conor McGregor is laughing his you-know-what off.
Did you hear Leonard Ellaby? Floyd is in the Bahamas. You know how he got there? On our private jet. He probably had that Hermes.
Our private jet?
Hush, Joy Taylor. He probably had that Hermes luggage. I mean, have Hermes luggage like 6 guys carrying bags full of money. I don't even know how the plane took off with all that cash up on it.
Oh, please. Floyd Honey Mayweather. He's like, honey, can I hit you?
So badly.
Tell Conor McGregor to stop trying to make a name off himself fooling with Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
We ain't got time for him.
He's pretty sure he's got a name
wait,
for
you don't
himself.
have time for him, yet you just responded like crazy to everything that he keeps doing.
Did you hear Money
Really?
Mayweather? What did Money
Wow.
say? We let Leonard Ellaby do all that talking. I keep telling you, when you get to $200 million, call Leonard Ellaby. When you get to 250, 300, Floyd gonna pick up the phone. I'm gonna be on the other end listening. Yeah, I want you to do him so bad because Skip Bayless is asking for this. And Joy Taylor, she gets some of it too. Yeah, put it on him, Money.
He is scared to death
Scared
of
of
this
what?
fight. Scared. Did he get hurt?
Let me ask you a question.
Get hurt.
Has anybody ever seen Floyd count it out? Have anybody ever seen Floyd go to give a losing interview with his head held down? I don't know what happened. With sunglasses on, the man come out, no makeup. He don't even have a makeup artist.
Yeah, Pacquiao.
He don't have to cover no black eyes.
Pacquiao with a torn rotator cuff went 12 rounds with Money Mayweather and looked like he'd been to a picnic.
He better be glad he had a torn rotator cuff because he would have had a torn you-know-what if Floyd, coming.
Yeah. Floyd, hey, he's a mirage at 39 going on 40. He's a mirage.
Skip, why do you keep asking for, why do you want Conor to get hurt? Is that what you
Get
want?
hurt by what? Pillow fight?
Okay. Okay, you gonna get exactly.
Floyd, I'm calling you out, and you got
You're gonna
no
get
guts.
exactly
you
what
would
you're
run
looking
from
for.
this. You know he's running.
I love Conor McGregor. I love his talk game. I love his fight game in the octagon. But leave that square alone.
Yeah.
He doesn't
you know what?
belong
Right
in
now,
the square.
Floyd's in
we
the
find
Bahamas.
out.
Floyd's in the Bahamas, and he's running on the beach, and he's going to keep on
Hey,
running.
No mercy. Start with tonight's big Thursday night game. The 10-1 Cowboys are on the road tonight against the 6-5 Vikings. Dallas is on a franchise record 10-game winning streak, while Minnesota has lost 5 of their last 6. Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer had emergency eye surgery last night, and it's uncertain if he will be on the sideline for tonight's game. So, Shannon, who will win tonight?
Well, Skip, let me start by saying this. I think this game will be a lot closer than people anticipate, and because the Cowboys are not built to take advantage of what Minnesota is really weak at, and that's pass protection. They're tied for 25th in sacks, tied for 27th in takeaways, but the Minnesota's offense is one-dimensional. So when you become one-dimensional, even an average defense can take advantage when they only know they have to stop one phase of your offense. But the Vikings defense, they're second in score and third in total D. So this is going to be basically a matchup of strength versus strength. It baffles me that for the first time in the 97-year history of the National Football League, a team has won 4 straight games in which they did not generate a turnover. That's what the Dallas Cowboys have done. They've won 4 straight games. The 97, almost 100 years, in almost a century, nobody has been able to do what the Dallas Cowboys are doing.
And in that stretch, they've turned it over how many times, the Dallas Cowboys?
0.
0. Thank you. Okay.
And
that's how they cancel out what you're talking about.
Exactly.
All right.
So just imagine how good this Cowboys offense would be if they got an extra possession or an extra 2 possessions a game. But that also puts a lot of stress on them, Skip, because they know because their defense can't generate turnovers, we can't afford to give a team an extra possession or an extra crack at our unit either. So they're playing on maximum high-speed efficiency. How long can they keep this going? I believe they keep it going another night.
Aha. Aha.
Skip, I tried.
Did I just hear what I just heard?
I was trying. I was like, how do I rationalize picking the Minnesota Vikings? And I was like, maybe Fran Tarkin is the quarterback. Maybe Tommy Kramer came back and played. But then I look to my left and I see number 8 with those floppy sleeves. Can't do it. No way. Nope.
No.
Can't do it. Can't do it. But I think the game will be closer than people think. I'm going to say 27-23 Cowboys on a late touchdown.
Okay, but you say closer than people think. Dallas is only a 3-point favorite, so you've got them covering the point spread, right?
I believe Minnesota will have the lead late, and Dallas will do enough to come back because I just can't. I just don't have a whole lot of faith in Sam Bradford. I don't, Skip. Can't.
You know what's funny about this? You have more faith tonight in the Dallas offense than even I have because you have them scoring 27.
Yes.
And I'll tell you in a minute how many I have them scoring, but it's not 27.
Okay.
I don't think this offense can generate 27 points against that defense. I have nothing but respect still to this day for that Minnesota defense. Are you losing respect for it?
Do you believe they won't score 27 because they're playing in Minnesota or because of the defense in of itself?
Both. It is, I don't know what the loudest venue is, but it's becoming the loudest venue. The Metrodome used to be, and I think they have recreated that scene in this place.
Okay.
And again, I know outdoors at Seattle can be ear-splitting, but this place, they're all saying, is just, it's just a noise, it's an echo chamber.
Right.
So it's hard to run your offense consistently in an echo chamber. So that couple, this defense is, well, it's second in the NFL in scoring defense. Okay, well, that's pretty great to Seattle, right?
Yeah, it's very good. Third in total D.
Okay, and Xavier Rhodes, I don't know if anybody's noticed, is he not becoming maybe the best cornerback in football?
He's playing well.
He is 6'1", 220. Xavier Rhodes, 25th pick in the draft out of Florida State. Now, his 4th year, hasn't made a Pro Bowl, but he's going to make one this year, right? He might make All-Pro this year. Okay, so again, Xavier versus Dez, can he not control Dez? I'm not saying he'll take him out of the game, but I think he'll control him.
You think he'll have better success against Dez than Josh?
Josh?
Had
I don't know. See, I never can figure out how many times Josh actually covers Dez.
Right.
Then I hear these stats. Peanut Tillman brought in stats. I'm like, God, that's not the game I watch, but maybe those are the stats. I don't know, but I will bet you Xavier Rhodes will travel, I assume. He'll be on Dez start to finish, and he will make it hard on Dez Bryant. Okay, so you have officially now picked my Cowboys to win this game. It makes me slightly uncomfortable, I must admit, because there's some jinx factor. You're so wrong on your picks that if you're wrong on this one, it's gonna crush me. I almost wanted you to go ahead and pick the Vikings.
Why do you just want me to pick the Vikings so you can come in here, they're gonna pull your Hall of Fame credentials because you picked wrong again. So you
have they pulled them yet?
No,
I don't know. I haven't.
No,
I don't know Buzz. I need to call Buzz.
No,
right?
David Baker is the president.
David Baker.
Yeah, he's the president of the Hall of Fame.
Well, did he call you and
No.
at least warn you that he was thinking about it?
It's like the Price is Right. Once you buy a prize, it's yours to keep.
It is?
So once you're in there, you're there to stay.
Okay. Well, I'm slightly uncomfortable with your pick, but I do appreciate the fact I think you're coming around because this, as you say, this is going to be a closer game than maybe people think, but it's a tough game because to me, it's a here we go again kind of game on the road against a really good defense, a team that is desperately hanging on to its playoff life, right?
Right.
And now, as Joy points out, I don't know what's going to, God bless Mike Zimmer, I hope he's okay, but if he can't coach, will they play higher and harder for him just because they'll be emotional because they're fearful of what's happening to his eye, which he hurt during a game against the Bears?
He was watching this team. He was watching Sam Bradford play offense.
Well, okay.
And his eyes started bothering him. Mine hurt, too, from watching it.
All right, so I'm just going to throw it right out on the table. I still like my Cowboys to win a close, low-scoring game, and I feel really good about them winning a close, low-scoring game. My conviction level on scale of 1 to 10 is an 8 for this game. So I'm pretty confident in my pick this time, even though, as I told you, I have great respect for the Vikings defense. And I remind you, we just saw them on Thanksgiving Day. Did you get to watch the early game?
Yes.
And my God, I watched Matt Stafford, who I thought could be explosive at home. He had 10 points through 3 quarters. He wound up winning the game 16-13 because that guy, Sam Badford, as I call him occasionally, Sam Badford.
But you want me to pick him against the Cowboys.
All right, but again, I'm talking about you just nailed it. It's strength versus strength.
Yeah.
And so it should be a good matchup for Minnesota because Sam Badford is going against a defense that most people, including you, think is at least below average. Some people just think it's flat out awful.
The offense is last. They're last in offense.
right.
They're last in rush offense.
Okay, but you just saw your man Kirk Cousins, and he is your man now. He's first cousins to you, but we just saw him throw for 449. Would they have total yards? 505?
How about Skip? Are you trying to tell me that Sam Bradford is on the same level as Kirk Cousins?
No, but I'm saying his degree of difficulty falls dramatically against this defense. So can he put up some numbers tonight? He probably can.
He doesn't have, and plus Sam Bradford doesn't have the weapons. He doesn't have a Deshaun Jackson. He doesn't have a Crowder. He doesn't have a
He does
Garcon.
have a Stephon Diggs, who's pretty good, but he is coming off a knee problem that kept him out the last game, and I'm not sure how.
You want Jordan Reed or Kyle Rudolph?
Well, obviously.
Okay. Then.
All
But
right.
you want me to Skip? Will you stop and make your pick? I'm not going to pick the Minnesota Vikings, so stop trying to coax me.
I already made my pick, but I'm going to explain what's going to happen. I'm not going to give you a score until I go through what's going to happen. This is going to be classic Dak and Dunk offense tonight because this is going to be plug away, grind away, inch by inch. It's going to be the Dak attack at its best because I do think to a point they're going to take Ezekiel Elliott away from Dak tonight. This defense is highly capable of doing that. I'll say Zeke gets 85 yards tonight, which would be pretty good against this defense. But Dak is going to have to be slow but sure. He's going to have to make quick, smart decisions. He's going to have to be, as he always is, careful with the football because this defense will take it away. It's third and takeaways in the NFL.
Very opportunistic.
All right? So the two key targets, I told you, I'm afraid Dez will also be somewhat taken away. Measly Beasley. It's time for Measly to rise and shine on national television on Thursday night. He's going to pick away at the interior of that pass defense, little underneath routes, little bing, bing, bing routes, because he is as quick as anybody in this league.
Yep.
And the other man who will hurt Minnesota tonight, I predict, is a man who's actually, I think you think he's 49 years old, which is 1 year older than you, and that's Jason Witten.
Yep.
Am I right? He's turned 49, I believe.
I cannot run him.
Well, you might be. You know what?
What you mean you
I
might?
I'll give you that. Even you.
Hold on, whoa.
At this stage and age, I think you could outrun him.
You don't think so? You be willing?
Joy has doubts.
Hold on, Joy. You would be willing to put your money on Jason Witten outrun me in a foot race?
You take great care of yourself, but let's not get crazy.
I'm talking about in a 40. You don't think I can outrun Jason Witten in a 40?
I'm sure we could set it up.
Man, I bet a month's salary I can outrun Jason Witten in a 40.
I'm not going that far.
Now,
I might pull both hamstrings, but I get
You have
it.
to make it to the end of the 40 for it to count.
he might get you in a 10-yard dash, though. He might. I think he's better at 10 yards than you're giving credit for. He wouldn't get open. He still gets open like crazy. Now, sometimes he just big bodies people,
Yeah.
like.
Look, I'm not going to look. When you play, and I played that position, and as you get older, it gets harder because, Skip, you don't have the fast twitch as you once had.
Yep.
So it gets more difficult. You have to use your craft. You have to understand angles and who has you a lot earlier in the process. So I'm not going to minimize what Jason is doing. It's not easy, especially when you get to year 13 and year 14. And but I still cannot run him.
Okay, all right. I accept the fact that you believe that. That's all.
Oh, Scott!
I accept, but that's okay. It's okay. I actually admire that.
I thought we were home team.
Yeah,
I thought you and I were on the same side.
It's okay. So you asked me how many points will my Cowboy offense score?
Yes, how many?
Given Xavier Rhodes, given crowd noise, given how good they've been and continue to be despite the failing of the overall football team, I think my Cowboy offense can generate 23 points. You had them up to 27, and you surprised me with that because that's giving them even more credit than I do. Now, that brings me back to good old number 8, my former quarterback at the University of Oklahoma.
Who you love.
Occasionally Sam Badford, as he can be, and Sam Bradford earlier this week told his offensive line, just give me one more second and I will repeatedly burn this Dallas defense deep. And I said to myself, Sam, that's what a lot of quarterbacks have thought this year, and they are not successful at getting the football in the end zone because my Dallas defense, believe it or not, ranked 5th in scoring defense, 21st in yards allowed, which is shockingly bad, 5th in scoring defense. Have you ever heard a wider discrepancy?
No.
Yards allowed, points allowed, 21st all the way down to 5th. When it's time to make a play, or when it's time for the offense to keep the defense off the field, it happens regularly, which is why my Cowboys are now 10-1 going on, potentially 11-1 tonight. So, Sam Bradford, I hate to break this news to him, but since Norv Turner stepped down because he got sick of the mess at the top of that organization and walked away from it, Sam hasn't been Bradford. He's been Badford most of the way over the last, 4 games?
Yep.
Sam
Been
Badford.
lost 4 out of 5.
Yep. And so I don't think we're looking at Roethlisberger or Cousins, as you point out. And I do think that my Cowboy defense has turned into the ultimate bend but don't break that I have ever watched before. So I like the fact that one guy is returning tonight and one guy is leaving. J.J. Wilcox, who I love as a hitter, he will lay wood on people. And you've been seeing him blow people up the last couple of games. But he will gamble and he will lose playing pass defense, which is why occasionally people were getting behind that defense. Tonight, I'm going back to church. On Thursday night, I'm going to church because Barry Church is going to play tonight and JJ cannot play with a thigh contusion. So all of a sudden, the quarterback of the secondary comes back. All of a sudden, the most trustworthy of the DBs comes back. The guy who's usually in the right place at the right time comes back. And I think it will shore up any deep issues with this defense. So I think they can hold Sam Bradford to 17 points, even in Minnesota. So I'm going Cowboys 23, Minnesota 17. Again, covering the spread, but again, low scoring, close game, but no 27 points here, no 30 points.
But I got it closer than you have. You just don't like the 27 that I'm giving your Cowboys.
Well, I don't think you can score 27 up there, but I hope you're right. I think you're trying to jinx us.
No, I'm not trying to jinx it, Skip. I mean, you've seen Sam Bradford from college, won the Heisman Trophy. You see him go to the Rams, and everybody says, well, he doesn't have protection. He just needs to get out of there. You see him go to Philly, and you see him now in Minnesota. He is the same guy. What guy can't complete a pass if he's fully protected in the pocket? Every quarterback. It's the ones that when it breaks down and you're able to make a play that separates the really good quarterbacks, the great quarterback, to the average guys, to guys that are just playing that position. Sam Bradford does nothing extraordinary. He doesn't run particularly well. I don't look at him as being a tough guy because when that pressure comes, like I said, he's like the banquet chair at the end of the night. He will fold up.
Yeah.
So, and when you can't run the football, everybody knows they can't run the football. But we fell in with this love where Adrian Peterson wasn't running the football, but he was still Adrian Peterson. And defenses still respected him because of what he could possibly do. They don't respect Sam Bradford. And now that they know with McKinnon and Asiata, they can't really run the football. They're dead last in rushing the ball. And all I have to do is tee off on him with that offensive line.
I think tee off and Cowboys pass rush doesn't go together. I'm not sure they're capable of teeing off on anybody.
Skip,
Kirk Cousins never got touched.
But I would like to think that Washington's offensive line is a lot better than Minnesota's. I might get a pressure on Sam Bradford with that offensive line.
Maybe. And his starting center is out tonight. You think you could get a pressure?
What you think about that, Joy Taylor, since you don't think I can outrun Jason Witten?
What was your 40 time?
Most people run as fast as they can. I ran as fast as I wanted to. I never got caught from behind. I got a 96-yard touchdown, got 80-plus yard touchdown, 60-plus yards. How many tight ends can say that, Skip?
What was your 40 time, by the way?
4.9? No.
4.8?
The fastest I've ever run was 4.53.
You ran 4.53?
The fastest I've ever run.
In your dreams? Or
No, Skip.
Well,
Skip.
Jason Witten's 40 time in 2003 was 4.65.
In 2000, I blow the doors off that.
Really?
Oh, yeah, 4.65?
I'm sure Jason Witten has lost a step, all right? He's lost his step.
He couldn't afford to lose one.
You know that Jason Witten is younger than you, Shannon. That doesn't matter?
No. Skip already said it. For Skip to say that I can outrun Jason Witten.
Skip said he has chosen to believe. You accept that you believe
That you believe it. I accept that you believe. That's all.
It's a wonderful
So you
line,
got
which
Skip.
I'm definitely going to steal.
I'm not going to take a position here.
You know
So
what?
you can't support your boy.
I also accept that you believe that.
Yeah.
So
You got two people on your side.
So you know what I'm doing? I'm starting to sense here. I got the home team, and I can't get my quarterback, and I can't get my offensive coordinator to support me.
I think
okay.
whatever you believe about yourself, Shannon,
I'm done.
that's what's important.
Hey, like
Okay.
In your
in
heart,
the words of my good
in
friend
your
Skip
heart,
Bayless,
if
I'm
you
out.
believe it,
I'm out. I'm out.
That's what's
Okay.
important.
Before you leave us, I got one last bet to talk about since we can't bet on this one since we're both picking Dallas.
Okay.
I just want to get this on the record because it came and went at the end of a topic 2 days ago.
Yes.
But speaking of Kirk Cousins, you made the statement as we were going to break that you will bet me that Kirk Cousins beats Dak Prescott twice next year, or whoever the quarterback of the Cowboys is, that Kirk Cousins will win both games against Dallas. Can we make a futures bet on that right here, right now?
No, because what if he's not there?
Who?
Kirk Cousins.
He'll be there. They're going to give him a 5-year deal for $100 million.
No,
Yeah,
they say
will.
they're going to franchise him. He's going to want more than that.
Oh,
He don't
so
want
you're backpedaling.
No. If Kirk Cousins is there and he goes through OTAs, he's in training camp, you got to bet.
Oh, well, that's a done deal. Okay, so were we on? If Kirk Cousins is the opening day starter of the Washington Redskins, you are betting me that they win both games against Dallas next year.
Yep.
Okay, what are we betting? 9 cases of Diet Mountain Dew or
Let's make it an even number. Make it 10.
10 cases?
10.
10 cases. Okay, it's on the record. We got it on tape.
Yep.
10 cases of Diet Mountain Dew. You're
Can you
going
carry
to
them
own
all
me.
in at the same time?
I'm gonna have the
Jason Witten couldn't carry 10 cases of Mountain
He
Dew.
could.
I'm gonna have the Mountain Dew truck back up outside
okay,
to have
we got it on
take
the
them into
record.
your
I just
your
wanted-
dressing room.
Okay, thank you very much.
No mercy. Russell Westbrook continued his amazing play last night with his 4th straight triple-double. Westbrook had 35 points, 14 rebounds, and 11 assists in the win against the Wizards. It's his 9th triple-double this season, which is equal to everyone else in the NBA combined. After the game, Westbrook talked about his mindset. Let's take a listen.
Just keep going, man. I never stop, man. My mentality is to keep going. My job for this team is to keep staying in attack mode. And I'm missing easy shots early, but one thing about me, I won't never stop. I owe my whole team, coaching staff, the fans, I owe everybody a steak dinner. So hopefully one day I have enough to pay for everybody. So.
Skip, how impressed were you by Westbrook last night?
Despite the fact that this was the Oklahoma City Thunder against the 6-10 Washington Wizards in Oklahoma City, I was extremely impressed. And I'm going to say it again. I have never seen anything like what Russell Westbrook is doing right now. He has turned into the best show in sports, which is why last night I did not miss a single dribble of this game from start to overtime finish. And Russell Westbrook, this is why it was so impressive, on one of the worst shooting nights of his career, and he can have some stinkers.
Yeah, he got him.
Woo. On the worst shooting, one of the worst shooting nights of his career, he again stole the show because this man has the greenest light in the history of basketball, greener than Kobe's green light. This
Greener
man,
than Steph Curry's.
it is. It's the greenest ever, and this man has no conscience. He has no memory of his last brick that he shot. This man has no compunction. He has no regret. He is just going to keep on keeping on. And the line of the night was spoken to Fox Sports Oklahoma as I was watching after the game. And Russell said, I ain't never gonna stop. And that sums him up. He will not stop shooting. He will not stop attacking. He will not stop thinking he is the baddest man on the NBA planet. And what he did last night with 8 seconds left just blew my mind because at that point, down 3, Russell Westbrook was 7 for 28 to that point. He'd missed all 4 of his 3-point attempts. So this is do or die against the Wizards. You're about to be embarrassed on your home floor by the Wizards, and he cold-blooded nails a 3 to send it to overtime.
Step back at that.
Oh, and then what happens in overtime? He goes ballistic, crazy. Russell Westbrook can't be stopped. Nuts. And Russell Westbrook scores 14 in overtime. And I sat back and I said, this is impossible. And my stat of the night is Russell obviously it helped that it went overtime, but he ends up with 35 points, 14 boards, and 11 assists. Check this out. On his own team, the best rebounder should be Steven Adams. 7 feet tall. He had 6 rebounds last night. Enes Kanter, 6 feet 11 inches. He's capable of double-doubles. He had 3 rebounds last night. How about that kid, Domantas Sabonis? He's 6'11". He had 3 rebounds last night. So I'm going to total those up. That's 12 rebounds total among those 3 giants. And Russell Westbrook had 2 more rebounds than all 3 combined at 6 feet, what, 2 or 3?
6'3".
Okay, maybe 6'3". 14 rebounds to 12 combined among the 3 trees.
Yes.
You're kidding me. That's impossible. And Russell is just going to keep being Russell. And I'm going to say this again. Russ lives in Russ's world. He does not care what any of us think about what he wears or how many shots he misses. And he is now in Russ heaven without Kevin Durant. He is the biggest fish in one of the smallest NBA ponds, and he is in his glory, and I, for one, cannot stop watching.
Skip, was I impressed with the points? Absolutely not, because he was 12 of 35. He shot 34%. So if you shoot that many times, even if you shoot 20%, you're going to get double figures of points.
I'll buy that.
Was I impressed with the assist total? No, because all that requires is that you because no one else can get a shot. So he has to assist on the basketball. Sabonis, Kanter, Adams, they're not getting off the bounce. Robertson is not a guy off the bounce. Now, Oladipo is playing a lot better.
He is.
And he seems to be being able to get hit. What I'm most impressed with is a 6'3" guy that's 11th in the NBA in rebounding.
It's impossible.
You said he got 14 last night. The dude just got 18 Monday against the Knicks. 18 rebounds for a guy that if he's 6'3", he's 7'2". I just can't believe, and there are plays last night that he shoots the ball, he misses it, he scraps the loose ball is all over the floor, somebody gets it, they shoots up a shot, and he comes from heaven.
He does.
I mean, watch this shot. I mean, he's hustling, constantly trying to get the ball. Now watch this, Skip. Where's this guy? He's like, give me the ball. No, never mind. I'll go get it myself. Skip, this is unbelievable, Skip. This is unbelievable. Enjoy it. I wasn't around. Maybe you remember Oscar's season in '61.
I don't remember it.
He had a triple-double. But to see this.
And remember, and Chris Broussard was first to make me aware of this, 25 more possessions a game in that season than they're getting now because it was just run and shoot.
And so think about that. In that season, Wilt averaged 50 points, 25 rebounds. Oscar averaged a triple-double. Bill Russell won the MVP. So can you imagine what kind of season he had? But that's another topic for another day. Skip, and if you look at him, he has to have these numbers because Magic was the latest to almost average a triple-double. He was 18, 9, and 9. But if Magic had an off night, he still had the greatest scorer in NBA history in Kareem. He still had Jamal Wilkes. He still had Norm Nixon. He still had guys that could go get buckets.
He did.
Russell Westbrook must play at this level or they lose by 20. And for him to do this, I still believe the rebound. He might finish, 4 or 5 rebounds, but if I got a triple-double with like 2 or 3 games to play, Skip, I might not even play no. I might be the baseball player. He has a chance to lead the league in batting average, and he sits down for like 2 or 3 games. If I'm Russell, but that's not his mentality. Russell Westbrook is playing. And like you said, he would rather be a whale in a very small pond as opposed to a guppy in the ocean.
He would.
He wants to be the show. He is the show. He's it. And he's like, look, Kevin, we'd love for you to stay here because I think we could have won a championship.
Sure.
But, bro, I don't miss you.
He does not miss him.
I don't miss you, but do you? Do you over there at Golden State? But everybody knows now. Everybody talking about I was holding you back. He's like, nah, bro. You was holding me back. Because look at me now.
That's the statement he is making. And this is the one area that I respect Russell Westbrook the most, to your point about the rebounding. He got 4 offensive rebounds last night. And if memory serves, I think all 4 were in the lane. We're not talking about long
loose
rebound.
balls, right.
These are go up in the trees and snatch it. And then you showed the one video and put it back. But that is relentlessly hard effort, where you're playing with rage the whole 48
Absolutely.
going on overtime minutes,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Where you don't take any plays off. You attack every time down. Most guys at 7 for 28 start to go in the tank. They get down on themselves.
Yes.
Their body language starts to shrink. I don't
He has
know.
a-
I'm kind of no.
He has a cornerback's mentality.
He does.
Because, you know, in cornerbacks, you get burnt in the first quarter, the second quarter.
Yeah.
You got to block all that out because you still have another half to play. Russell was 7 of 28. And he's like, I'm finna take this shot. Not only am I going to take it, because when he shot it, he stood there like, I know this going in.
He did.
And now what?
He did. He shot it with conviction.
He's averaging 2.4 offensive rebounds a game. That's Tristan Thompson. That's Andre Drummond. That's DeAndre Jordan. Those are centers. He's a 6'3" point guard. What he's doing is unbelievable. And Skip, man, I don't know. I'm lost for words. 31, 10 and a half, and 11. That's what he's averaging a year. I mean, on the season right now. 31 points, 10 and a half rebounds, 11 assists.
So the bottom line is that Russell is made of everything that Floyd is not.
Right?
No mercy. Clay Matthews suffered a separated AC joint in his left shoulder Monday night after he was hit by Eagles tackle Alan Barber. Matthews left the game but returned later. Now he's saying the play was dirty. Let's take a listen.
I wasn't a fan of it, you know. I mean, I got a lot more to say about it, but, say it behind closed doors. I mean, it was a cheap shot, but it is what it is. I hate it. Unfortunately, I landed on my shoulder, and that's kind of, what I've been dealing with since. But otherwise, it's whatever. Is it legal? I don't know. I didn't throw a flag probably because I wasn't a quarterback. I know all about that.
Not quite behind closed doors, but we're joined once again by Ray Lewis. Do you agree with Clay that it was a cheap shot?
No, I don't. And what I want to do is I want to bring Clay into the world of a middle linebacker. See, I think that's the difference, right? Clay usually always plays on one side. And when you play on one side, if Clay is playing on his right side, Clay is only playing with his left eye.
Yep.
So when Clay is looking to run around or do whatever to get to the quarterback, he's only worrying about one side. There's nobody that can come backside to do that. But when he's playing middle linebacker, when he's sitting here, and this is what they should just, instead of putting this young kid with his awesome talent just there, you have to explain to him, now it changes. Because now you have to use both eyes. Meaning, if you watch this play closely, Clay takes off and heads east and west. No middle linebacker tries to set the play. As you see, he's going east and west. If you want to stop that play, you go flat. You go downhill and you attack downhill, which means then he's on your backside. There's no way he can get to you. So when Clay starts to run, he opens up and runs like this. It's impossible to look for somebody. When you're playing middle backer, you will get cleaned up every time in that hole, in that box. And that's the difference of that triangle. When you're reading that triangle, Skip, when a guard goes, you don't step lateral, you step down. Because you going down, you change the whole angle of the game. And that's the difference of playing outside linebacker, playing inside linebacker. You got to know that now your head is on a swivel everywhere you're going. And that's how Clay got caught. I don't think it was a bad play. I don't think it was an illegal play. I just think it was an embarrassing play.
It was.
Because it was on primetime TV, and you got cleaned up off your feet.
In your first couple of years in the league, did you ever get caught the way he got caught?
I have. And I didn't get caught as clean, but I did get caught like that. And what I learned the most was you need to catch them before they catch you. Because that was the thing, right? So it's one of the things that you have to always be careful with is either it's most of the time a tight end, an outside wide receiver, or somebody always trying to set you up. Because once you start to go flat, they have an angle on you. But once you straighten it out and go downhill, I'm telling you, Skip, that's what changed my game. I mean, oh my gosh. And when you watch linebackers now, they go sideways, they go left and right. I go north and south. Because north and south limits anybody being able to get that blind side shot on me to where my chest is open like this to take that shot on me.
It was not a dirty play. It was straight up legal. I think what bothered him is that Barber played with him for a year.
It did.
So they have
back in 09.
Right.
Yep.
So they have knowledge of each other. And so someone you don't expect them to take that shot.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you a story happened to me in '99. We were playing the Jets, and the quarterback threw a pick, and I turned and opened up. I took 2 steps, and the next thing I know, feet up in the air, and as I'm falling to the ground, Skip, I'm saying, B. Cox, I know it's you. I know you did it. It was Brian Cox.
Yep.
He's like, how you knew it was me? I said, because I know you was the only one. He's like, man, I could have cleaned your clock. I said, I ain't mad that you hit. I'm mad that you hit me. Not that you didn't hit me hard enough, because I thought he and I had trained for like the last 2 off seasons together. That play on kickoff, I used to play kickoff and kickoff return. And they always told you, keep your head on the swivel. Now, they cut a lot of those blocks out, Skip, that the guy can't peel back and get you. But my thing is that if you run it and you don't see me, I was a 3. Skip, my job, I was trying to get people off their feet.
Yeah.
So that was. Let's just say I was compensated. And it's funny what $5 or $10 will get you, because here I am, I'm making, wasn't big money back then. But just the fact that when they put that special teams coach, put that film on, and they see Shannon Sharpe got 3 decleaters, a guy leaving his feet, that wasn't an illegal play.
No.
That was a straight up play, but a guy that is not used to playing, as Ray said, middle backer. He used to play on one side of the ball, so he just used one side. He's on the other side, he's not worried about this because he's going there. But as a backer, when you have to go east and west, you need to know. So when he opens up, I'm trying to put my helmet right here. Just what the guy only put his shoulder there.
That's it.
He could have put his helmet in his breastplate.
Look, I'm telling you, I think 2005 when we played Denver on Monday night in Baltimore, and Chris McAllister catches this field. They try this long. Keith Burns. They try this long field goal, and Chris McAllister catches the ball, Joe, and I'm seeing him, and I'm watching Burns, and I said, Lord, he don't see me. This is not going to end well. And he's running blind, Skip, like this. And by the time he saw me,
it was too late.
It was too late. I mean, I'm running to the bathroom. I'm not even thinking about him. I'm running through him. And I hit that dude so hard, but it was one of those hits that it's one of the rules in the game. Always keep your head on the swivel.
Did you pull your punch at all because you knew you had him dead to rights? Do you think you could have hit him harder?
I don't know. If I'd have hit him in the harder, something else might have happened to him. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, sometimes, like, I hit a guy in Tennessee. I tried to catch a pass, Skip, and he went for my knees. He didn't have to.
Right.
And, because the ball, I was reaching for the ball, but he went for my knees. I don't care what anybody says, hit me in my chest or above. Don't go at my knees.
Right.
So I said, I got to get him back. I'm plotting myself, how can I get this joker back in the framework and don't cost my team? Skip, it was like a blessing from God. Kadri Ismail caught a slant. I ran a clear out on the right side. Kadri caught a slant. Now, how Kadri saw me on the right side, but I motioned him to come. He came all the way, came up the sideline. If you pull the tape, I hit Perry Phoenix so hard, I turned him a complete somersault. I honestly, it was the first time I really tried to run through it.
Did you tell him about it after you did this?
Know what I did? When I hit it, I didn't stop. That's how hard I hit him. I didn't even break stride.
Yeah.
And I just held up one hand just like this here because I already know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Make us smell the deodorant, Kadri. Make us smell the deodorant. Referee got to raise his hand. I had to get him, Skip.
Yeah.
Okay, so help me out here.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're talking about Clay Matthews here, 6-time Pro Bowler. He has as blue a blood as anybody who ever played this game because he comes from a long line of highly respected NFL players.
His granddad, his dad, his uncle.
Everybody.
When I saw this last night, I saw him stand at his locker, and he wasn't going to say it at first, as you pointed out, because he was trying to say, I want to keep this private, and then he just couldn't stop himself, and he went to cheap shot. This is Clay Matthews saying cheap shot. Is it because he got his feelings hurt? Because he got more? Is it more? I mean, he did get a separated AC.
That's what had to do with it, Skip.
But do you think that he really believes it was a cheap shot, or that he got embarrassed by it?
Listen, on national TV,
Okay.
the last thing you want to do is get clean off your feet with that type of hit. That's that Bobby Boucher type of hit.
It is.
You know, where nothing else don't matter.
And like you said, that is Clay Matthews. That's a name. That ain't somebody that's just playing all of a sudden just off the street. That's a legit name. That's an all-pro, Pro Bowl player.
And Barber is a backup tackle. He's playing for Lane Johnson, and he knows him from 09.
Which makes it worse.
And it does. And his technique was perfect. He got his head in front and everything. You know, like he
just flipped him, Skip. He just hit it with a shoulder.
See, and not taking nothing away from Clay, because I love the way Clay plays the game. and from his position. But from the middle backup position, Skip, nobody runs that high from the middle backup position. Man, you going downhill low, you in the hole, you squatting, and you getting ready to thrust into somebody.
Yep.
You're not sending high like, you know.
Go ahead, Skip.
And
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
Remember, this was a crucial block on the play. He was going to blow up the reverse. He was in position. That kid, what's his name, Bryce Tregg.
Which is how it's set up most of the time.
Right. And so it was a necessary block. It wasn't something off on the other side of the play.
And that's why I say it can't be cheap, because it was a necessary block. Yeah.
Yes.
That's if you notice on the reverse or screen, a lineman always peels back because there's going to be a chaser.
Always. Yeah.
That's his job. And I'm looking at Joy. That lineman is peeled back, and as soon as I do this, and the next thing you know, they got me.
He got me on national TV.
That's it. That's just hey. If you look at from here on out, I want the fans at home watch when they run a screenplay. Yeah. Watch what the offensive lineman
or
does.
any type of misdirection. Any type of misdirection.
Somebody's always peeling back because they know there's going to be a chaser.
Anquan Bolden was the best at it. He will peel back on Hines Ward.
Yeah. Oh, now that was
peel back.
Actually, that's the Hines Ward's rule.
The rule.
He changed the
Absolutely.
rule because he broke Keith Rivers' jaw.
Absolutely.
On the
same play.
No mercy. Tonight, we have an early season matchup of NBA contenders as the Cavs host the Clippers. The Clippers have lost 3 straight, and DeAndre Jordan said the team has been, quote, smelling themselves a little bit. The Cavs, meanwhile, are coming off a blowout loss in Milwaukee. Our NBA analyst, Chris Broussard, is with us now. Welcome, Chris.
Did you get that smelling yourselves reference?
I so, yes. Stank.
Thinking they're better than they are.
Yes. How important is tonight for both teams?
Finals preview, right? You still?
Mine.
You still?
Yep, I'm hanging in. I am.
Look, last year Cleveland lost twice to Golden State, once by 34 points at home. So we don't want to make too much out of a regular season matchup. But that said, I think it's great for us and the fans and the media that both of these teams are playing poorly, because I think tonight they'll bring their A game. Not only their last loss, but Cleveland didn't look good in a win over Philadelphia. Obviously, the Clippers have lost 3 straight. So I think they both need to step up. That said, I think it's far more important for the Clippers.
Yes.
Cleveland has proven they're mentally tough. Yes. No swoon in the regular season is going to stop them after they came back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals. But for the Clippers, this is huge. They've already possibly killed the vibes, the good vibes from that 14-2 start.
Yes.
Where people were starting to think they are on the level of Cleveland and Golden State. They can beat them. They can win a championship. And now, not only are others starting to doubt, but I think they themselves could be doubting, because they're 0-4 the last 2 years against Cleveland. Last year, they lost those 2 games by an average of 18 points. They're 1-7 against Golden State the last 2 years. So they have to prove to themselves that we can beat this team, even though they're professional athletes.
Right.
If you keep losing to this team or these teams over and over again, don't you doubt if you can beat them. So I think it's huge for them.
Well, I think the Cavs want to get that bad taste of that 17-point loss, and that whatever J.R. Smith was doing on the side with Jason Terry. I know they want to move.
Terry tricked him.
I don't know. No.
You don't think that was on purpose?
How you trick a man?
You saw the teammates go over to him afterwards. Like, Terry walked over to him when he saw the ref were about to start play again. Hey, man, give me some. And J.R. fell for it.
That says more about J.R. Smith than it does about Jason
no,
Terry.
it totally does. It's smart for Jason Terry.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a bigger game for the Clippers because you lost 3 in a row. And they've lost home court. They're not catching Golden State now. It's over. You hate to say, like 20 games into the season, that a chance to get home court, it's over. Golden State's not going to relinquish that. But I'm looking for the great matchups. I want to see Kyrie and CP3, Love and Griffin, Tristan Thompson and Jordan, and then LeBron against whoever think they,
Mbah Moute.
Yeah.
He is a good defender. We'll see if he can do it.
You know LeBron's going to get a triple-double tonight, right? Okay. But this is going to be a great matchup. The Cavs are really not, listen, the Cavs can lose this game. They're not worried. They're coming out of the East. Whether they have home court, now I do believe they're going to have home court. It's basically between them and Toronto. But they've proven they can go to Toronto because they won Game 6 in Toronto. So they know they can win on their home court. Toronto has yet to prove they can win on their on Cleveland's court. So I think it'll be a great game. I like Cleveland tonight by 10. LeBron's.
Oh, I'm shocked you picked Cleveland.
Why you hold on?
They're not gonna lose another game, right?
No. Skip had them at 80-2. I had them at like 65 and 17, something like that. But hey, what LeBron do on national television? What do they always do?
This is his night, yeah. So just by the way, a little off the record here, or off the subject. Only 3 teams in NBA history have started 11-0 on the road, and I just want to throw this out. The Spurs are now 11-0 on the road, just for the record.
Have they all won it?
Huh?
The teams that started 11-0.
I don't know.
So you just get a stat. You just get a stat that's going to support your argument and see where it leads.
So back to the Clippers, I did pick to win the West. I'm also going to put my pride out on the end of the limb. I'm going to pick the Clippers to win this game at Cleveland tonight because they have been laying for this game for several games, which is why I think they just lost 3 straight, including blowing an 18-point lead at the Nets. And I have never seen Doc Rivers lose it the way he lost it in that game. Would you agree?
Yeah,
you know him better than I do, but I have a lot of respect for him. He went completely over the edge. He is feeling a lot of pressure. A lot of people thought this team would be pretty to very good, and I think you brought it up earlier on this show that he's not on the hot seat, but it's one of those years where you look at Doc and say, okay, show me something. You have improved your bench. They have a legit bench now with Spates and Raymond Felton. And then his kid coming off the bench is a legit.
You still got the best 6 man in basketball, Jamal
You've got
Crawford.
that right. And all the starters are of age, like it's time where they should all play at the highest level. So this is a big deal. He rested Blake Griffin against Blake's wishes at the Nets. And you can't tell me they weren't pointing all along. They started out 10-1. What was it? They got to 14-2. And here they're all looking down the calendar. They're just looking at this one at Cleveland because you're right. You need to prove to yourselves that you can at least hang with this team and not get embarrassed at Cleveland. So I think they've been pointing, and I think they're going to play at the highest level, and they are capable of winning a game. Obviously, Cleveland haven't lost except the one game to Atlanta at home. But I'm going to pick the Clippers to win 104-102.
This is going to be a great game because to your point, the problem for the Clippers is that Cleveland is viewing this as a huge game too because they're coming off that bad loss, embarrassing loss because of J.R. Smith, and so I think they're both going to bring their A games, and I think Cleveland's is just better.
They are a little better, but I don't know if they're a lot better.
But here's the thing.
No, roster-wise, they're not.
Can we get JR? JR is shooting career lows from 3-point and regular field goal percentage. He's given them nothing this year. I mean, he played 38 minutes against Philly and scored no points. Yeah. And that's why they look like they're struggling because you're getting 0 points. You're getting 6 points or 2 points from a guy that's playing 35 to 40 minutes. You got to get more than that. Plus, you compound that with Mike Dunleavy is shooting his worst percentage. So now you got 2 guys that you were counting on to possibly get. JR could give you 12 to 14. Dunleavy come off the bench to give you 8 to 10. And now one guy's giving you 6 and the other guy's giving you 3 a night. Yeah. So I think that's why they're struggling because I like Cleveland. But once they get Channing Frye's
playing great.
He's averaging double figures. So once he comes back, and you can get Dunleavy playing because, look, he's a professional. And as Tyronn Lue says, hey, he's been shooting good all his life. He'll break out of this slump.
That's true.
So once you get Frye and Dunleavy, Iman Shumpert's playing at a career high.
They're loaded.
I love Cleveland, and guess what? I'll be in Cleveland again at the parade, like I was last year.
You were at the parade?
I was at the parade, wasn't I, Skip?
I don't know. You said you were. I didn't see you.
Hey, what I was doing, I was taking a selfie with the trophy. The next thing you know, here come Braun.
Yeah.
I like, where you come from? Dude? You in Cleveland? Taking a picture with Braun, took a picture with Lou, Kyrie, JR. JR still didn't have no shirt on.
Wait, you took a picture with Kyrie, the best player on the team?
Hey, JR, hey.
What? Did you really just say that?
I did. I did. He says it. He says it. He knows it.
Look, Skip.
He knows it.
Look at it. Me and JR. Get out my
Is that you?
Look at it.
Unbelievable.
Who is that?
When did you become such a Cleveland fan?
Look at Braun. Braun. How you do that,
He's
Braun?
not. He's a LeBron.
He's a LeBron. Yeah. So you were a Heat fan.
I follow Braun wherever he go.
Were you in the Heat parade?
No. But I played all
Slightly nicer. Downtown Miami is
I
slightly
paid a
nicer.
lot of money to go to that game and see them. So that was my parade. Man, but it was so nice. The people like, Shannon, you're here for real. You say we were gonna win it. Everybody want to take a picture with me, Skip, because I told them what was gonna happen.
They won.
Skip,
They won because of you. You're right.
Skip, tell Chris.
Yeah, you know what? You were the one who predicted that Draymond was going to get suspended in Game 4 and miss Game 5.
When they
you
were
were the
down
one who predicted
3-1, you were still saying they're going to win it?
I predicted when they were playing Atlanta. Before I said they're gonna get Golden State, I said, Bron, you actually think Bron gonna lose to that team twice? No, sir. Bron said, hey, he called me on the phone. He said, I don't like to talk. He said, don't tell Skip I talked to you.
Yeah,
I'm calling you. We got him.
So, just to conclude this discussion, what happened to Braun and company the other night at Milwaukee when they did hit their 14 threes, which is pretty impressive, and they got blown off the floor and gave up, what, 117?
You can see they did not.
Huh?
It's rare that you see an NBA team not show up to that degree. I mean, Adetokounmpo and the other Bucks were just going through the lane
I like it. You almost got his name right.
Adetokounmpo. I'm close, right?
Antetokounmpo. Yeah, it's close enough.
Antetokounmpo.
Giannis.
Speaking of which, watch out for him.
Oh, I know. He's
out.
still
for
only
him.
like 20 years old.
Hey, okay,
he
now
is
you
gonna
gonna
be
call.
the
You gonna call Bron to go off on him and average like 35,
No,
12,
look,
and
I'm
13.
not saying like he's better. I'm just saying watch out for that young kid.
Yeah.
The Kyrie is better.
He's better.
That's a whole nother. Come on.
Who takes the
Better
last
than
shot for
LeBron. That
Cleveland?
doesn't mean
Who's
you're the best
closer?
player.
Who's the
when
closer?
John
Kyrie.
Paxson hit the three-pointer,
Hey.
did that make him better than Michael Jordan?
what about
Steve
Steve
Kerr? Yeah.
Oh, Robert
Don't
Horry.
forget-
Yeah.
What about all those big
Hey.
shots? So all those big
Exactly.
shots,
It was
Robert Horry,
Horry,
he was
Robert
But
better.
it
Horry.
wasn't
Fisher?
like LeBron said, Kyrie, I need you to hit this shot.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan did go to the bench.
I
with
know,
Steve
I told
Kerr
you.
and say, look,
He
I'm
told
coming
them.
to you.
I know, but
If
LeBron's not
LeBron
going to
would
do
go
that.
to Kyrie
LeBron's
and say,
saying,
I'm coming to you.
wait,
He's
you
scared.
wait a
He's
second.
scared.
Exactly.
Wait
He
a
would
second.
be
LeBron
scared.
goes to the bench and says, I don't want to shoot.
Oh, please.
No mercy. This is the Skip and Shannon Undisputed podcast, where we're delivering you an unscripted, unfiltered, undisputed version of the biggest topics of the day's show. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, like us on Facebook at Undisputed on FS1, follow on Twitter at Undisputed, and catch us at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, Monday through Friday on FS1. You can find us on channel 219 on DirecTV, 150 on Dish. Thanks for listening. I'm Joy Taylor. We're back tomorrow for a Friday edition of Undisputed. We'll be joined by Chris Broussard and Michael Lombardi once again. We'll see you then.
Fox Sports 1 of 1.